Alright, so we're here at West End. Last time I went to the track, I noticed that a couple of rocks had hit beneath the vehicle and torn one of my tie rod end boots. So I replaced the tie rod, and even though I counted the amount of turns when I removed it to put the new one back in the same position, my alignment changed quite a bit. My steering wheel is pretty off, so I'm here to go ahead and correct it. The car's been hibernating for quite some time now, so it's time to let the alignment doctors here at West End, Chris and Darren, do what they do. Chris from West End. He's the guy that always helps me with all my alignment here at West End before I go to the track. Chris, can you tell people why is it so important to have a proper alignment for your vehicle?
So I think alignment is very important. It's the last moving pieces that touch the ground before using all your suspension and stuff. I can do with alignments, I can make cars handle and act certain ways depending on how my drivers want them. It also has to do with tire wear versus that ultimate handling feel kind of thing. So I could adjust camber, caster, and toe to create different feelings and different scenarios for different drivers.
And of course, depending on what your car for, let's say if it's intended for being daily driven, or a canyon runner, or even, you know, like me, I pretty much just use my car to track it. You're going to set the adjustments accordingly, right?
Right. So usually before I work on a car, I'll have a little 5-minute conversation with my customers and ask them directly what they do with the car. It could be a full track car, it could be a daily driving car that they take to the canyon. So you have to kind of put into consideration what they do with it and how much camber and toe they actually need, and then what kind of driver they are. If they're a new driver or a seasoned vet pro driver, it's going to be much different of what they want their car to feel like and how loose the rear end could be or how much turn in and stuff like that. So I could really ask questions and then kind of come up with some specs that I think would fit best for them, and then try to get the best of both tire wear, handling wise, etc.
Perfect. And there is a fine balance between a car that's daily driven and premature tire wear, and of course a car that's being tracked and tire wear is not even an issue, right?
Exactly.
That's something you're going to go ahead and adjust for me when you need it, correct?
Right. So I have like my daily driving cars, say like my wife's car. We make that thing conservative. She doesn't drive aggressively, so we try to make the tires last for 30 to 50,000 miles or whatever the case is. You get my full race cars that get trailered in here. If they drove to Vegas and back, they'd probably not have any more tires left, but it's not meant for the straight line, it's meant for corner.
And I saw the Integra that just left here. It came in on a trailer, so I'm sure the guy came from pretty far away just for you to alignment, right?
Yeah, I believe he drove about an hour and a half, so really appreciate it.
All right, Chris. Well, I appreciate it, man. You guys can hear my bus brakes. Those are G-Lock R10s in the front, G-Lock R8s in the rear. They're pretty noisy because of the compound, but those are my track pads and they're already in the car, and those things will stop. They're very consistent through the whole track day. I don't have any track brake fade. I run ATE 200 is what I run, because ATE, the blue, they stopped selling. So I do run ATE Type 200. So I have one more question to ask Chris and to share with you guys. And so let's go ahead and ask him. Car drives great. I didn't expect anything less. You're always on point with what I need. But I have one question for you. What are the benefits of corner balancing? That's something I've had people ask me before.
So here, when I do corner balancing, there's multiple things involved to it. So when I do it, I'm really big on geometries. I really like certain front to rear ratios and etc. So corner balancing here, I get the car chassis level to where I want to be left to right. I have certain rakes that I run in certain different cars, so that's applied into it. For the weighting part of corner balancing, you get put on electronic scale pads to tell you the weights per corner kind of thing. Long story short, having the right front, left rear sum of the weight should equal the opposite 2 to create a perfect cross or corner balance. And it's just really good on, on the balance of everything to make sure that everything's evenly planted so you get the same distribution while cornering.
And that's going to benefit you definitely at the track, right? As far as the way the car drives and how it turns, suspension, it all works together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I always want to go a little further. I always say that it's not just for track. People kind of misinterpret that part. coilovers were invented to be corner balanced, not just for the track kind of thing. So I think any car with coilovers should be corner balanced, and it will just create an overall better handling car.
Well, as you know, every time I need something, I'll be coming back to you. And you always answer my call, so thank you. And your dad as well, man, for always taking care of me, brother.
Of course, anytime.
The car is all aligned, ready to go for its track day. See what it does. As long as it takes me there and it brings me back in one piece, that's all I really care about. It's always about having fun with your friends. So we will see what the thing does. Slow and steady. Slow and steady doesn't really apply for Friday, but steady. Let's just go for steady. See you guys there.